I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much for your time. And
either she homeless or she got problems. That's the only reason why she run to a black man.
Charles, thank you for being there.
Hello. Man, okay. So this video right here is one of these let's help make a difference type of video. Lately, folks are talking about Brittany Reiner. I don't know much about her, except for she's in the news. She's being recognized for all the wrong things. All right. She says she was a accomplished soccer player since she was a kid until she got into her second or third year in college, and then she stopped playing. But other than that, I don't think too many people had too much good stuff to say about her. And then we got Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie, and then as far as she goes, her whole background is littered with skeleton bones. But there's a lot more going on. There's politicians. You got the district attorney of Georgia. As far as the news about her, she seems to be pretty solid. If you don't remember right, she got the RICO case on the rappers, and she's doing the RICO case on these politicians. And so I had a picture of Nina Simone. She's a representative. I forgot of which state. And I used to like hearing what she had to say. But when I found out that, she had religion in her background, it kind of made me leery, suspect. So I hadn't been paying attention or trying to follow her or anything like that. I mean, as far as information about her, following information about her. But I was watching this TV series. It's an old TV series. It's called The Game. And I'm on like season 2. And one of the main characters is Tia Mowry. She's one of the twins from that TV show Sister Sister. Now, one of the twins married a melanated man, and one of the twins married a non-melanated man. And so in the community that I'm used to, that, we're like-minded, that's a no-no. Interracial relationships is something that threads a thin line. Some melanated people will say that they'll hook up with a non-melanated person for reparations. It's an ongoing joke, so to speak. It's like they did so much damage to us that, why not do something back to them. But it's kind of silly because with that type of reasoning or thinking, it's like, who are they really hurting? Because don't nobody really care about who's doing who. When it comes down to that general census. But still, I am a melanated man, and I have dated non-melanated women. I even married one. A mistake, yes, but as far as experience goes, it was worth it. It's stories that I could tell to help other people. So on this topic, when I was watching a couple episodes today, Tia Mowry, her character is a young lady that met a football player, and she was going to go to Johns Hopkins to do her study because she's becoming a nurse, doctor, something like that. But she gave that up so she can go with the guy, the football player, to San Diego. Her parents didn't like that, thought it was pretty reckless, and then he and she went through their issues, and so now we're at this point where they're single, but yet, you know, the bond in the relationship that they have keeps them wanting to be involved with each other. You know, so she's at this point where she wants to be free. She wants to spread her wings. And so she's going out on like 2 or 3 dates in one night. You know, she got her homegirls that she set up. That she had a date with so they can kick it. And then a co-worker that she got a crush on. And then the football guy. His name is Darwin on the show. And so on one particular episode, she went to a birthday party, with the co-worker. And as she was leaving, he hemmed her up in the bathroom, meaning he took her into the bathroom, locked the door, and ended up having sex with her. Now, she was supposed to have been going over to chill with Darwin, but she was running late because she was having sex with the doctor. Now, her homegirls come to the same club, not knowing that she was going to be there, but her homegirls ran into her, and they go into their own little issues as far as the storyline goes, and they end up going to the bathroom where Tia is. Tia's in over the sink, washing her body off, what we call a whole bath, and she's getting ready to go chill with Darwin. Now, I'm pretty sure she's not expecting sex, but I, as a viewer, can't help but think, ew, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? You have sex with one guy, and, you know, as far as the woman's anatomy go, I'm pretty sure that the vagina still stays moist and hot. You know what I mean? Even after having sex. Especially if her spirit and if her mental state of mind is happy-go-lucky. You know what I'm saying? That her body is just primed up. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at that and I'm like, man, this is a hell of a topic for a video, because another layer of this episode is that there's a guy that's on Darwin's football team, and he's going through a separation with his wife, and so he has his daughter over at his place because it's his night to, watch her, chill with her, be with her, whatever. And she's pissed at him because, he lied. She says that, you lied. You said you never get a divorce. And so, on one level, she's a bratty, spoiled kid. But on another level, she has every right to be pissed off. Because, her whole livelihood is about to change. Or is changing right in front of her eyes. And nobody's really sitting down to have a one-on-one talk. And so Darwin comes over to old boy's house, and Darwin gives him some good damn advice. He's like, man, you gotta talk with your daughter, because if you don't talk with your daughter, then she's gonna go through life treating every man the way that she's treating him, and thinking of every man the way that she thinks of him. So it is his job responsibility as a parent to change the narrative, to put something in her spirit and in her mind to help her get through this moment. And I loved that. I was like, now each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? And it's so important that, when it comes down to men bonding or men looking out for each other, it's like, yo, we supposed to do that. We supposed to have each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard enough that we get into situations to where, we're not strong. We don't have that understanding, that patience to get through that situation. So then, we just kind of bulldoze our way through it. And it's half-assed. You know what I mean? We all need help every now and then. And when it gets to this topic of females, it's like, rule 1, nobody's asked to be born. Rule 2, most parents don't do proper parent planning, meaning they don't get themselves established individually and together in order to give a child all that child needs, all the tools that they need to start their life with. And I think that's fucked up. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some real selfish shit. Okay? And so, when a daughter comes into this world, she should get all the advice from her mother, from the woman's point of view, of, I'm not going to say mistakes, but experiences that her mother went through from her childhood to where she is as an adult. It's like, fuck sugarcoating the truth and the facts. Same thing with the father. The father needs to do the same thing. Needs to be honest with his daughter, so that way the daughter can be pretty well rounded. It's like, when I look at women now, I am so glad that I'm single. I'm so glad that I've gotten all the experiences that I've had. It's like, I had a hell of a life, fucking around with women. You know what I'm saying? Good days, bad days, all that shit. too bad there's only one life to live, because I would have done more shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have done things in different ways. You know what I mean? But I only have one life to live. So, if you're watching this video, and if you are able to, I am really asking that you take on the responsibility to help guide someone, you know what I'm saying, a young man, young woman, into a direction where they can be a very productive person. You know, we don't need any more children to be ignorant, to be empty on the inside. You know, we don't need any more children to the fuck's going on here? Hold on.
Open place closed.
He see y'all, bro. He see y'all in the chat. The fuck your ugly ass been at, Smurf? What you in? Let me see what you in. What you in? Man the man? Mama! Mama! Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Hey, pick that sauce. Come on.
Damn.
You got acrobat.
What's going on, Smurf?
For no reason.
What the fuck you been at, you ugly motherfucker? Woo! Good play. What Tempo say? Due to charge it to the game at this point. Man, that shit's sad, bro.
Scan cray cray.
Oh my God, that's a mama moment. He said, I've been relaxing. He said, run one. You trash. Come on, nigga. Come on. Xavier Parker. Ugly.
All right. This is scandalous, belt to ass. He plays Madden. He just hit his 1,000 subscriber moment. I think it was last week, and right now he's at like 1.7 right now, 1.7 thousand, and I'm proud of him. But great fucking content creator when it comes down to his personality. And it's one of those things when it comes down, I know I'm way off the topic, but when it comes down to the gaming community or any community that you get yourself into, you know, if you treat people right, you know what I'm saying, they might just remember you for something positive. You know, when I get into these live chats, I try to say hi to everybody. There's not a thing of trying to. I say hi to everybody, and I ask how everybody's doing. That's me. I think that's appropriate. When you enter into a room, you know what I'm saying, you should make yourself known and you should speak to as many people as you can. But anyway, I'm hoping that if you're watching this video, you know, that each one teach one thing is very important, because you just never know that you could help someone be a better them. Sometimes we get in our own way. You know what I'm saying? It's like Padre gets in Padre's way. You know what I mean? That type of scenario. And sometimes we don't want to take the advice from certain people. I know as a young man, you know, I look at the situation like, why would I take advice from you when your own advice does not help you? You know what I mean? It's like you got so many fucking problems that, yo, how can I trust your advice? And it's a very important thing. So, you know, as individuals, we gotta have our own shit together. So if you're watching this video, I hope you do have your shit together before you try to, you know, preach some shit to somebody. You know, I like to practice what I preach because I have a background of being able to help myself and being able to use my experiences to help with other people. Oh, Simone just said hello. Hold on. I think Simone is a guy. Could be Simeon. But I don't know, it's spelled like Simone. Anybody else say anything? Nah. Alright, so I'm about to pivot to another type of storytell based off experience. When I was younger, I had this way of thinking to where it's like, yo, before I bring a child into this life, into this world, I need to first be emotionally prepared, financially prepared, spiritually prepared. You know what I'm saying? And my female, my child's parent, mother, would have to be on that same level. And I was undisciplined, and I ended up having a child at 17. And I was working, and I liked the mother, and our situation was, you know, we were still boyfriend, girlfriend. I knew her mother, she knew mine. Things would have been cool, but she wanted to get married. And I told her, I'm like, man, if we get married, we're going to become a different type of statistic. For one, we're already a statistic. But two, we're going to double down on that statistic by getting married young and going through the blues of trying to move out on our own. You know what I'm saying? Everything that comes along with that package. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if you look around and we look at everybody who has done that, it's not a 50-50 chance of that working. It's more of a 80-20. 80% not working, 20% chance working. Because there's so many petty ass things that come with that package. I told her, I'm like, look, man, you got my love. I want to be a father to my child. You know what I'm saying? I got a job. And I still stay with my mom. So it's like, basically, you get damn near all my check. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you need to take care of my child. But she wanted to get married. And since I didn't give her what she wanted, she didn't allow me to see my child. And then that entered into another statistic. It's like, do I force myself into that child's life where it leads to arguing, fighting around my child? And do I want my child to hear his mother and father arguing? Do I want my child to be raised up in that environment, that vibe? And so I'm like, no, I don't. Because I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me give her space. She could always find me. You know what I'm saying? But she never looked for me. She hid from me, as a matter of fact. She was dating this one guy that I was working with one time. And when she found out that I was working with him, she dumped him and went her own way. I ended up getting this job that was across town. Then I found out she was working at that job across town. And she was going to quit that job. And the manager came to me and was like, look, I see that you got a history. And I had to sit there and basically beg him to allow me to keep my job. I'm like, man, I have no problem with her. She has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with her. I'm like, man, if you need people to work here, keep us both on. But just put us on different schedules. You know what I'm saying? She still ended up leaving. So, when it comes down to it, I am a firm believer that we need to take all the time that we can get and learn who we are as individual people. Go through experiences that don't involve hurting other people, but helps us grow as individual people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there's so many things I wish I had done. You know what I mean? It's like going out and camping with friends. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to catch, clean, and cook my own meats. I don't care if it was a squirrel to a fish. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had learned how to... It's just so many things I wish I had learned to do. You know what I mean? That I didn't think about because I was stuck on alcohol, marijuana, females, religion. You know, it's like I had to unthink a lot of shit. And it took me years. I didn't start unthinking shit. Well, it took me a while to get to the point where I am now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 47, and I had to let shit go all throughout the years. I had to unthink the bullshit that I was taught throughout all these years. But just the point that at this phase of my life, I'm completely satisfied and completely happy. You know what I'm saying? So, out of all the blues that I've had in my life with my parents, with people that's been in my life, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not mad at anyone. You know what I'm saying? I have a small circle of people that are around me daily. And then, you know, I have a circle of people that I fuck with on the internet, but I'm not all up in their ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not inviting them to be all up in my ass. But there's a balance there, and it's good for mental purposes, emotional purposes, I make these videos that are therapeutic. You know what I mean? My channel is Growing with Podrey. And when I get these things on my mind, I get passionate. And I want to share it with folks because I don't know who might be out there thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, feeling the same way that I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Watch something that made them go, You know what I'm saying? So I put it out there, and it's up to people to, fuck with this video or not. I got my disclaimer. I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I'm not the dumbest. I've done my research on some things, and there's a lot of shit out there that I can still do research on. But I don't trust the information that's out there because it could be tampered with. And I do believe that the information that's out there is used as a tool for propaganda. So my thing is that if you're watching this, question everything that I'm talking about. Do your research on the things that I'm talking about. Form your own opinion about the things that I'm talking about. And most importantly, share your opinion with other people. You never know when there's someone out there, when you'll meet someone out there who had thought about the same thoughts that you had, felt the same way that you felt. You just never know. So you got to be prepared to help someone, to be unselfish. You know what I'm saying? I've tried helping people, and I had to learn that I can't help everybody. I learned that I can't waste too much energy on people who don't really want my help. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be friends with everybody, but I can't be an asshole to everybody either. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own place. So when it comes down to my videos, I'm trying to share as much information that I can. Plant a seed within the people who will allow me to plant a seed. So in that way, growth can happen. Individual growth, all that shit. Because it's important. I sit back and think, man, what would a relationship be if, and I've tried this, I tell a female, be like, look, man, I want to tell you all my flaws and all the flaws that people saw in me. So that way you can make your choice within, a couple of days of whether or not you want to fuck with me or not. Let's get it out there in the open. So then that way you can't say that I didn't tell you this or I didn't tell you that. And if it does pop up, it's because there's so much to say that I might have forgotten a couple things. And females was just like, man, it was like an admirable thing. But, when emotions get involved, it becomes a very selfish thing. And it's like, I would tell a female, I'm like, you can't say that I make you mad. Those are your emotions, and you're in control of that. I can't make you shit. You're a grown-ass person. I can't make you shit. I can't make you do this. I can't make you do that. Now, I could urge you that direction. I mean, it's like I can influence you. I can, I can help you get to that direction or something like that. Or I can, give you a reason to want to go that direction. But I can't make you feel something that you don't have any control of. But even with that type of transaction, that type of conversation, there's still people that don't take responsibility for their actions, And, they still push the blame on somebody else. And I hated that. You know what I'm saying? That's why, when I was single, I was like, man, I'm cool. As much as I like sex, I still have to deal with the female, the humanity of that woman. You know what I'm saying? Personalities and conversations that come with just having sex. And I wasn't about to pay for it as far as explicitly, or not explicitly, but purposely, paying for prostitution. Of course you're paying for it some kind of way. I love going out on dates. You know what I'm saying? I love first impressions, things like that. So, money is exchanged for going out on a date. So I had to clear that up, because it's real easy to sit back and say that, I'm not going to pay for sex, but yet you're still paying something to get to that moment where you can have sex. I don't care if it's putting gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? Putting gas in your car so you can go meet up with that person. You know what I mean? So it's a pragmatic type of thing, a logical type of thing. But anyway, helping these females learn something is important. One of the things that's really important is history. And we got to go back to the Willie Lynch letter. We got to go back to slavery. We got to go back to the breeding. You know what I'm saying? The breeding of slaves. We got to go back to what a woman's purpose was based off of what the slave owners and what other men, made women do. You know what I'm saying? The whole frame of thought that comes from having to teach your daughters and sons to do one thing or another for survival. And when you do it so much, it becomes second nature. Ooh, that was a hell of a tackle. It becomes second nature, and then it's passed on genetically, because people stop thinking about it to where they forget to put that disclaimer in. Not daughter, not son. I want to show you how to survive. So give this appearance so you can survive this situation. But make sure you're consciously in control of these most important thoughts. You know what I mean? That wasn't given to a lot of women. And nowadays, men are hating women. Women are hating women. Women are hating themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole fuck up. That's a whole clusterfuck. You know what I mean? And it's just one of them things where if women bring facts, truth into their lives about where they come from and what their position is, things might change. Because it's like, to find out where your position is, you know what I'm saying, you gotta unthink a lot of shit. You gotta unlock something within yourself that was taught to you, that was embedded into you. They sit back and there's books on the lies that we were told as kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if our parents didn't know any better, then they taught us some shit. Even if our parents thought they knew something, there's always a link in their shit that's not right, that made us look at things differently, that fucked up other areas in our lives. So it's like, man, we still have a ways to go, but we can start now to help each other grow in a better way. And that's what this video is about. So I'm going to get off of here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Hope I was able to speak clearly. You know, I don't like using big words. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super smart like that. You know what I mean? I'm your basic homeboy from around the way. They got some shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good morning. Peace.